Here's the house at Lenora. Just looking at the outside first. As you can see, all asbestos. This roof looks pretty good. I don't know what year it was put on, but it looks fairly new. I can look up on the property appraiser website and see if I can find a permit. First thing I noticed, there's definitely some wood rot going on with these windows, and don't know if it would affect the financing. I think it depends on who you get to the appraiser. If the appraiser notes it, then it's going to have to be fixed for the lender requirements. There's also some there's some chips in the asbestos, a little bit of wood rot on the frame of the garage, but that's not that big of a deal. Let's go around back. There's a little bit of painting around the windows that needs to be done. You see, here's the backyard. Got this patio. It's kind of cracked up because of the tree here in the backyard. You got this tree. Looks like they cut most of the limbs, so the limbs aren't hanging over the roof. A little bit of pressure washing probably be done. It's built up above grade, so you probably want to have an inspector crawl under there and see what's going on. Being the age of the house, I'm sure you'll find all kinds of fun stuff underneath there. Here's the AC unit. It appears to look like a package unit. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. So, yeah, it is pretty much the exact same floor plan as the other house we looked at next door. And looks like what they did is they put GFI outlets in here because probably most of the outlets weren't grounded. So if they did it right with GFI outlets and they brought it up to code, it should be up to code. If you put a GFI outlet at the beginning of each circuit, that brings it up to code. So here's the kitchen. Got this retro tile look in, which is actually surprisingly kind of in. Got one sink right here, one big sink. Looks like the cleaners were probably just here. No exhaust, which is not up to code nowadays. Probably not code when they built these places. Refrigerator, freezer. Yeah, so it looks like they had something here. It was, and this would not only have to be finished, I don't think, but maybe possibly stained again too. So that's what's going on. So here's the garage. You walk down, and looks like the washer dryer's in here, so you'd have to find somewhere else to put that. Got the water heater. You got an electric garage door opener. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically you could do an enclosure here because you got plumbing in here. Do an extra bathroom. I don't know what it would cost. I'd say at least 20 grand to do it. And that wouldn't be anything fancy. Maybe more like 25. But you could up the rent a decent amount if you did it. So you'd have to do some kind of cost flow analysis to determine whether or not it made sense. So here's the bathroom. They did do a decent job updating the bathroom. Nice little vanity, mirror, lights, tile in the bathtub. A lot of built-in storage, like storage cabinets, like right here in the hallway. here's one of the bedrooms. So you got, in both bedrooms, you got a crack running right down the middle of the ceiling, which is pretty common in these older homes. I haven't seen a bunch of cracking anywhere else. So I wouldn't be too alarmed by it. That's just me. And then you got, looks like newer vinyl windows. Put in, they replaced some of the ceiling fans. And these floors, they're a little bit warped. Not much, but they're not completely flat. So it's very possible at some point the AC was turned off for a long period of time, and it might have bowed a little bit. It's not bad. I don't think it's terrible or anything, but it is a little bit noticeable. It's the old electrical panel. Yeah, and here is where you can notice the floors the most. But again, it's not terrible. I don't think you need to do anything about it. It's just kind of a cosmetic thing. There's a ceiling fan. You need to do some touch-up work around that ceiling fan. You got some bad sheet rock work that somebody did. Closets. Not very big closets, which is pretty normal characteristic of these older homes. All right, so that's pretty much it. I think I've got everything. Got the outside, got the kitchen, garage, living room. We've got some cracks on the ceiling in here too. It's a straight crack right down across the whole room. But another one right here. Again, whether or not this is just old home settling or something serious, I don't know. You see this kind of stuff all the time in older homes, I know that. But it's a good location, older home though, definitely not without some, definitely needs a little bit of work done to it once you move into it. But that's what you got your inspection periods for, to figure that out. But I would go into it with the understanding that there's going to be some work that needs to be done, and I would make my offer accordingly. And yeah, actually that does look like it was a stove right there, because you got that stack that went out the roof. But yeah, I would definitely make my offer with there needing to be some work done. So that's it, and let me know if you have any further interest or if you want to make an offer. Thanks. Bye.